Good evening. I'm King Diamond. I'm here to tell you the story of the Puppet Master. It takes you back to the 18th century in Budapest, Hungary. It's about me as a puppet, hanging on a wall, reflecting back on the past 18 years and all the blood I had to see, all the misery I had to go through. We're in Budapest, in Hungary. It's the 18th century. I'm gonna tell you what it was like for me when I first time saw this absolutely fantastic puppet show with these puppets that are almost human size. It's Christmas, snowy, it's cold outside. There are lines and lines of people outside waiting to get in. This show has been sold out for so long. The people are waiting to get into the theater. I'm there in line, and it's dark and cold. Perfect night for a Christmas show. When I finally get in there, sit among the people, there is this strange, tense feeling as we are waiting, anticipating the curtain to fall. We've heard so much about these puppets on stage that it's magical. You can't believe what you're seeing. And suddenly it's like, whoa, shh, here come the puppets, you know. And I start looking over in the wing, and I notice, wait a minute, I think I see a few shadows over there. Maybe there's some of the puppets sitting over there, waiting to walk in. And then I see the puppet master come up the stairs, and there is like this walkway high above, almost up by the ceiling. And there he operates all these strings and stuff. And he actually leads a couple of puppets in on stage, like, wow, there they are, one, there's two, three puppets coming in line. And halfway through the show, this really strange thing happens. The puppets are moving and doing things, and they look so lifelike. The skin, you know, is like, it looks like human skin. And suddenly the puppet master, he drops all the strings. They land on the floor, and the puppets that was like standing there with these strings, now they're on the floor. They just stand like this still. Nothing happens to them. And then they start to move. The little drummer boy is one of the puppets up there, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh my, no way. It's almost like his eyes are looking straight at mine. Can't be real. And then I suddenly see that on the skin of his hands, there's a little cut. And I see blood from this cut. And that can't be real. That can't be. This is too weird. And then he starts playing his drum. And it scares me, because this is too much magic. And I do believe in magic. The other people in here don't quite believe that this could be magic. And then, at the end of the show, we hear about the puppet master coming down from his walkway, taking the bow with what he calls his children, all these almost life-size puppets. And we move into the next song, which is Magic. It's after the show, it's outside, it's cold, it's damp. I've just gotten outside the door. Victoria, who is another main character in the story, has walked out on the other side. And we're standing there just waiting, and the people are walking out of the theater. They're all heading for home. And they, like I said before, they don't believe that what they saw was magic. But we do, both of us. And for some weird reason, we are getting drawn to each other, looking into each other's eyes, realizing that we have everything in common that we would want to have in common. We're getting drawn so close that I can feel there is something else between us. There's some kind of, I would call it evil, surrounding especially me. I feel something on my shoulder, as if one of the spirits from the theater has come out with me and is now sitting on my shoulder, a puppet spirit, whispering in my ear with its cold breath, telling me to kiss her. Kiss Victoria. And I do. Kiss Victoria. And that's the seal of our eternal love. Kiss. Towards the end of Magic, you hear about the fact that Victoria has gone to the theater alone one night when I couldn't come along. And she never returned. So I realized that something is wrong. I have got to go to the theater and find her. There is something wrong here.
There is something wrong here.
I'm in this backyard. It's like a courtyard, I would call it. And I notice that there is stairs leading down to a cellar. I'm about to walk down there because this must be a back entrance to the puppet theater. And as I'm about to walk down these stairs, I see the handle move. And the door starts to open. And I quickly hide behind some trash cans. And it's this 300 pounds of flesh, emerentia, coming out, floating up the stairs. She gets up there, I'm looking, what is she doing? What is this? And then I see this knife shining in the moonlight. I see her walk over to this cart, this kind of thing that you pull after you on two wheels, that you can carry things on. I see her grab that, and I see this big knife suddenly flicker in the moonlight. And I'm wondering, where is she going with that knife? She walks out through the gates, and I follow her. Without her seeing me, I follow her through these narrow streets of Budapest. It's cold, it's damp, and I keep following her, hiding in the shadows. Then she suddenly turns down an alleyway, and I see there's someone lying on the ground. It must be a homeless. Then I see the knife come up high. The moonlight just flickers, and the knife comes down so hard it goes all the way into his chest. That's where she leaves the knife, so as little blood as possible can escape his body, because she will need it later. I'm looking and I'm surprised that blood is not red, not in the dark. In the dark of night, blood is black. Dark of night, blood is black. Then she wraps him in a sack and puts him on this cart. She's got to get out of there before she gets caught. So she rushes back to the old theater. And there in the backyard, I follow her all the way, and I see her take this body off the cart, down into the dark and into the cellar. And she leaves the door open. It's ajar, and I wonder why. I follow her inside, and I walk on after her in these narrow hallways. Every time she turns a corner, I sneak up fast, and I see where she goes. Suddenly, after one corner, she's gone. I can't see her. But I do see a light from a room up ahead. When I peek into this lit room, it's gloomy, and it's a horror show that I see. Nothing but horror. And then I feel the blow. I'm knocked out.